This is the road my wife told me to drive down in order to see a lighthouse. I hope it's worth it. But I do always do what my wife asks of me.
You are full of it.
Here we are approaching the bridge to Prince Edward Island. This is a 14-kilometer long bridge. And it's a toll bridge. On the way back, it's going to cost us $58.75. But I think it's free to get over there. The home of Anne of Green Gables, right there. If you're a fan of Anne of Green Gables, you probably know all about Prince Edward Isle and that the author Lucy Maud Montgomery was from here. We visited the Anne of Green Gables Museum, which is located at Park Corner on the island, and it is the home of Montgomery's aunt and uncle, and the home and farm is what the novel was based upon. It is a big tourist draw for people from all over the world, including, interestingly enough, Japan, where the novel is a big hit. Apparently, young Japanese women will sometimes even arrive to the museum with their hair dyed red and pulled back in pigtails. That's a big potato. If you're a potato fan, and I know we are, you need to go to the Canadian Potato Museum and Antique Farm Machinery Museum in O'Leary. Who could have guessed that there would be a museum dedicated to the history of potatoes, including cultivation, different types, the science of hybrids, plant diseases, and the history of PEI, potato farming. It also has a full museum dedicated to antique farm equipment. But wait, there's more. It has a cafe which serves potatoes. Delicious. We really enjoyed this place. Well worth a visit. Types of potatoes. These are all different potato diseases represented by the potatoes in the little coffins.
Out on it in the 1960s. We did a 4-row harvest here. That's
Old carriage shop where they made wheels and carriages. They made most of the equipment they needed themselves.
Well,
Onward, let's see what else we can find. We're at the Gardens of the Bottle Houses. This is the chapel the last building constructed from 10,000 bottles. These are all votives from the Catholic Church.
Oh, they are, yeah.
And in the 70s, local parishes discarded these votives. And this guy saved them. So this one's made out of 12,000 bottles.
Oh my goodness.
This was the first house that Edward built in 1980. It's called the Six Gabled House, and it's built out of 12,000 bottles. He liked his bottles, that's for sure. It's got a very cozy feel in here. Maybe because of the light coming in from outside.
Yeah, maybe. I like it. It's pretty
Yeah,
funky.
it's very comfortable. It'd be a great place to chill. It feels very peaceful. This is the tavern.
Oh, cool.
You can tell this is the tavern. Got all the liquor bottles up here.
Oh, gee, I love this.
I know. I think I've got a new project when I get home.
Awesome.
The Franklin Bottle House. People will come far and wide to look at our bottle house. I'm thinking maybe a bottle of yurt would be cool.
Oh, that would be cool. I don't know what I was expecting, but for some reason.
Wouldn't you diminish the strength of the bottle if you cut it?
Oh, well, yeah. And, I mean, it's not like this is.
And you've got plenty of room to hang your clothes.
You don't even need
You can just,
closet.
yeah, you don't need closets that way. You just hang them on a clothes hanger. This one's all got a central pillar.
Yeah, it's really, and look, he's got square bottles there
Yeah.
on the bottom.
Yeah.
I saw this on one of the walls. Oh, it was pretty.
What do you think the wind's doing here? Huh?
Thank goodness it's breezy.
How are them birds not getting washed off of here? That is some serious windage out there today. About blew me down.
Whew.
What do you think? Windy?
Windy. Well, thank goodness it's windy, because we haven't had enough wind
Yeah.
on this trip.
We're at Cabot Beach Provincial Park near Cavendish, PEI. And this is a beautiful park. It's really big. There is a big beach.
Yeah.
And there's like maybe 180 sites or 200 sites. We have electric and water. This place has Wi-Fi. It's got the best campground bathrooms I've ever been in. And clean like your mama was taking care of them. So this is a cool place. Relatively inexpensive being a provincial park. I think we're paying about 20 bucks a night, American. No complaints at all. I would stay here all summer long if I had something to do. But anyway, we got the sun going down. It's about 65 degrees, beautiful. Mosquitoes are coming out now. It's been very windy. This is the fourth, going into the fourth night here, and we are headed home tomorrow. We just decided yesterday that we were going to turn around and head south. So going towards New Brunswick tomorrow and south from there. My wife just reminded me that I gave the wrong location. We're not near Cavendish. We're actually in Malpeque, which reminds me that last night we ate some delicious Malpeque oysters. And they were $40 a dozen, 40 Canadian dollars for a dozen oysters. Can you believe we paid that? We used to buy bushel bags for $40. I told the waitress, who, by the way, waited on us and shucked the oysters. I told her that you know, when I was growing up, you couldn't eat $20 worth of oysters. So it's crazy. Anyway, that's what it is. 40 bucks if you want a dozen cold ones.
They were delicious.
They were delicious. Small, very salty, very good.
Perfect.
Yep. This is one of those Prince Edward Island paved highways right here.
We have discovered that as opposed to some of the other maritime provinces that we've been in, that Prince Edward Island is 100% farming, potato farming, and fishing, oystering, mussels. What did you say?
Yeah, it's some lobster and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but fishing or farming.
For sure.
But a lot of the interior is all agriculture, so it's very agrarian here. And then along the coast, all along the coast is all fishing. So
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Not as many woods. we've had a good 4 days on PEI.
Yeah, we ate $40 a dozen oysters. Now we're driving across a $40 bridge.
Yeah, the Confederation Bridge, you have to pay to get off Prince Edward Island. You don't have to pay to arrive. In the beginning, we thought you had to pay both ways. And it was worked out to be $42.99 maybe US dollars, which is pretty steep. And the rumor is that everybody pays it. If you're a PEI resident, you also pay it.
It's not a rumor.
It's not a rumor. It ought to be a rumor.
It's a fact. If you drive across this bridge to leave the island, you've got to pay.
Yeah.
That's why the residents of PEI will never invade another province to take over, because they don't want to pay that kind of money. I think they did that just to keep New Brunswick safe.
Maybe.
So
maybe. A little bit of a chop out there this morning.
There's a boat out there in the.
Yeah. It has been windy.
Yeah.
As
Which
it has.
Which is good, because it keeps the mosquitoes down.
And there were a lot of mosquitoes. But if the wind was blowing, you know, it kept them off you for the most part. So, but we really enjoyed it. But we are headed home. We're going to do a night in New Brunswick, and then enter the U.S. I guess tomorrow. So we will talk.
If all things go right, yes, we will.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We are trying to eat all of our, fresh food, get it out of the refrigerator.
Spend our last Canadian currency at a Tim Hortons or something.
Yeah. So
we can carry Timbits across the border. There's no problem with that.
No. Which is good.
Baked goods are allowed. Well, and probably deep fried donut holes are allowed too.
Probably. I will say this about where we have been in Canada, here on the east coast of Canada. There are bakeries in every little town, that sell bread, that sell their own bread. I mean, it's really been pretty eye-opening what's available to little town folks that live in little places compared to where we live. Well, we have bakeries, but
But everybody buys the local bread.
Yeah.
They don't buy the Wonder Bread.
No.
They buy the local loaf bread.
Yeah.
And
it's definitely worth it. So here's one last picture of this crazy bridge.
This will be our last boondocking spot in Canada on this trip. We're we're actually in the town of Woodstock, New Brunswick. We're kind of behind the community college and near a boat ramp. It's a beautiful spot right on the river. I think it's St. James River. Or no, St. John River, I believe it is. Really quiet spot here. And we've enjoyed watching a bald eagle and a juvenile bald eagle out here fishing on the river. So it's been a pretty cool place to hang out. We've been watching a juvenile bald eagle sitting, must be on a stick on a sandbar in the river. The mature one was next to it for quite a while. It got up and flew away. We've been watching, not knowing if maybe they were injured, although they seem okay.
I can't tell if maybe she's eating something.
Okay, yeah, she might be. We're not eagle experts, but it's kind of fun to watch.
I wish the male bald eagle would come back because he was really something. He's here somewhere.
So anyway, another great campsite, boondocking site for free in Canada, found on iOverlander. Oh.
Oh, she's coming this way. Or he. Ah. Oh my gosh. How awesome was that? Oh. Yeah, they've got a nest up there. That's what they were waiting on. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Yeah, she's landed in this big tree where the nest is.
All right, friends, thanks for coming along to Canada with us. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and any or all comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching.